Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq, back with our annual Singapore Fintech Festival coverage. Organized by the Monetary Authority of Singapore, the Singapore Fintech Fest is on its 6th edition, and we're proud to be a media partner for the 4th year in a row. Joining me for this segment is Arik Shtilman. He's the co-founder and CEO of Rapyd. Arik, it's great to see you again. Welcome back to Trade Talks.
Hey, thank you very much for having me. It's great to be back.
All right, you got it. And remind the audience, tell us about Rapyd.
So Rapyd is a global fintech as a service platform that basically developed an API that enables other businesses to build on top of us financial application. Anything from building a neobank all the way to building an e-commerce checkout experience. This is something that we provide in 105 countries across the globe.
And Rapyd just announced new enhancements to its industry-leading disburse and collect platforms. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so we are constantly, developing the product set that we have. We just announced new capabilities in our disburse platform with more than 200 countries that we can basically push money into in a variety of payout methods, from sending money, of course, to bank accounts, all the way to pushing money to local e-wallets like M-Pesa, GrabPay, Alipay, and WeChat, all the way to sending to cash points, even in specific countries like Mexico, Bolivia, and others. In the collect platform, we're never-ending enhancement in the omni-channel experience that we have. Today, we provide both online and offline experience at the point of sale and through website. And basically, the collect platform that we provide is the richest one that exists today in the world, with more than 900 different payment methods across 106 countries.
Right, and what's exciting about the fintech space in Singapore? It seems to really be a big center there.
Well, I think that first of all, it is the regional hub. And through the Singapore hub, you basically have access to Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand, and a lot of other markets that have hundreds of millions of consumers that are paying in a different way. And I think that what a lot of people don't understand is that in that region, and only in these countries that I just mentioned, you have like 400 or 400 million people, that their preferred way of paying is not with Visa, MasterCard, Amex, or Discover. They actually have their own variety of payment methods, from their own local wallets all the way to QR codes that push money to banks. And it is basically like a huge experiment hub where you can actually experiment a variety of things and technologies and ways that fintech can change the way that consumers and businesses work on a daily basis.
Right. And it's so interesting. It almost feels like fintech is working with the demands of consumers versus perhaps traditional banking that told you what kind of products you want to have. And it's interesting to see how both are working together. So what does fintech look like, let's say, the next 3 to 5 years?
Well, I think that two things are going to be big trends over fintech. First of all, I think that the big brands are going to become the payment methods. So the big brands are basically going to control the payment experience and become the way and the preferred way for consumers to pay. Also, what we will see is that more and more big consumer brands are going into fintech and are trying to basically monetize on their consumers with financial applications. And later on, what we will see is that more and more traditional fintech companies are being consolidated into what we call a platform play, which is basically M&A, mergers, and etc. that we turn a lot of small or medium-sized companies into one large fintech company that basically provides capabilities to everything that a business might need. So there will not be any more one-trick pony fintech companies.
All right. Arik, thanks so much for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.
Thank you very much for having me.